Oh, my childhood is calling back to me.
Yeah.
It's Super Mario Advanced!
The Game Boy Advance port Yep, this is the Game Boy Advance port of what... Yep, hello. This is the Game Boy Advance port of what we in the Americas had called Super Mario Bros. 2 before the actual Super Mario Bros. 2, aka Lost Levels, came over. And a lot of people like to prefer this one.
Luigi's like, okay, I'm gonna be over here.
So yeah, people, welcome to our playthrough of Doki Doki Panic, or Mario Bros. 2 America Edition.
Or as is known on this console,
Super Mario Advance!
I'm actually really glad we're doing this version.
Yeah,
because I like the music in this. I mean, I like how it sounds in this version.
Yeah, all things considered, Mario Advance is easily the definitive version of Super Mario Bros. 2,
and like every single Advance version, they put the original Mario Brothers in there. Hell, they did that for... Why did they do
Superstar
that in
Saga.
every Advance Mario game? Yeah, they did that in Superstar. Why did they do that in every game?
Because, I don't know, they just felt like it. So yeah, Mario 2, it's not just Mario, you also got Luigi, Toad, and Princess Peach as playable characters, and they each have their own strengths and weaknesses.
By the
Mario's
way,
obviously...
I do like...
Are you gonna show all of them off?
I do like in the intro that that they do show each of their like little downsides or upsides to them when they're jumping over that log. Mario regularly jumped, Toad had a little bit of trouble jumping up onto it, and Princess Peach floated onto it, and then Luigi high jumped.
Yep.
I didn't hear James answered my question.
What was the
What
question
was your
again?
question again?
Oh.
Are you showing off every character?
Yes, for this playthrough, I will be showing off all 4 characters. I think it only makes sense considering the fact that you do get the choice every time you beat a stage, or if you lose a life.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Yeah, as you can see, you only get health if you like do combos or something.
Which is a lot more forgiving in the advanced version. So we just unlocked the way to subspace, and inside subspace, if you use the potion in a particular spot, you could find a mushroom, which extends your health, but only for that level.
I was gonna say that for this compared to the original. In the original, you don't start out small.
Yeah, because they usually at least let you be the big character until you lose your health. But here they make you start off small because they want to give more emphasis on the combo game as well as the occasional bigger variety of enemies that you find, which are only in the Game Boy Advance version.
Yes.
And this was also the game that brought back Power Blocks.
Nice.
Boom.
One up.
Nice.
And in case you can't hear... I just want to say real quick, for those that have the keen ear, one of the things that the Game Boy Advance port did that's kind of cute is that Charles Martinet, Jen Taylor, and whoever voiced Toad actually recorded a bunch of new clips for this.
Is Jen Taylor.
It was Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor
okay.
for a time voiced both Toad and Peach.
And then before Samantha Kelly took over. Real quick, I just want to say this is my favorite music in the Mario Advance version. I love the underground.
By the way, one thing I absolutely love about this game is the fact that
Ooh, nice.
Nice combo. One thing I love about this game is the fact that even though it was originally just a completely different game, and then they turned it into Doki, it's originally just a completely different game. This game has become so popular and synonymous with the Mario series that all the enemies have reappeared. And Shy Guys are now one of the biggest enemies in the Mario series.
Don't forget the music.
Yeah, and the music. But yeah, the fact that this wasn't even originally conceived as a Mario game, and yet all these elements are now synonymous with the Mario franchise.
That's a janky-looking shell.
I get the feeling it was supposed to have been smaller, but they upped up the sprite just because they want to prove that the Game Boy Advance is capable of zooming in and out.
This game has graphics!
To be honest, I prefer how the ninjas looked in the original compared to this.
Whether they were just completely black. I guess so. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't mind the purple sheen. It's just that, to me.
Real quick, did they change that because of controversy? I just know.
I don't know. I think
ninjas wear black. I don't get.
What?
The same reason why they changed Mr. Popo in the Dragon Ball.
Well, no, that wasn't just.
You called.
Well, I was gonna say, that wasn't just because he was black. It was because he looked like blackface.
Alright, maggots. Here's the pecking order. First it's you. Then it's
I didn't hear you.
That's
I didn't hear
Rats.
what you
Damn
said.
it.
I was gonna say, well, okay, I'll explain it once again. They changed Mr. Popo's mainly because he looked like blackface, not just because he was black.
Yeah.
Like, if he was solid black, it probably wouldn't have been a problem. It was also the lips. Same with
Oh,
with the
yeah, that too.
same with the Pokemon Jinx.
I'm still
real
I'm still
quick.
going
I
in.
was just about to mention
Really quick, I just want to finish my thing. Alright, maggots, here's the pecking order. First it's you, then there's the dirt, then there's the worms inside the dirt. Popo stool, Kami,
You know what
and then Popo.
You know what I used to do is just
Oh,
write on the
oops.
ladybug. What I used to do is just write on the Hooper instead of picking him up and throwing him. I would just write on him.
Yeah.
Get the coin.
Yeah, but actually, speaking of
Getting
the,
it, I'm getting it. Don't rush me. Ah!
speaking
Well,
of
slippery
the,
I'm
bugs.
rushing you.
speaking of the coins, what do they do?
Ace coins are something that they added into the advanced version. They're basically just game star coins.
Gotcha.
Or the Yoshi coins.
Or yeah, the dragon coins from Mario World. And you get a 1-up for getting them all. I want to say
Yay.
they also tie.
Nice.
I want to say they also tie into the game's post game mode, but I can't quite agree or deny with that.
Yeah, I can't either.
Anyway, what were you saying earlier, Steve? Or was that it?
Well, that was it, but I also do want to get it out of the way. This is one of the first Mario games that I've ever fully beaten.
And it's also the debut of that.
Guys,
Birdo.
Says you.
What?
That sounds like Jen Taylor.
Yeah, pull the bow off.
yeah, that sound like her
Oh,
too.
silly Mario! You can't pick up can't pick up the lesbian dragon.
Wait,
I
so
know you
who voiced?
Guys, it's not
I thought Birdo.
it's not lesbian. It's
It's not
trans,
lesbian. It's
get
a
it
trans.
right.
Yeah, transgender. I'm
Wait,
talking
who-
about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't Birdo supposed to be male?
No, he is. Back then, he was male, dressed like a girl.
Nowadays, they can't make up their minds.
Anyway,
Pet.
who voiced her here?
Jen Taylor.
Hey, two
Jen
cherries.
Taylor.
Okay.
We said
I
that a
could.
few minutes
I didn't
ago.
hear if you said it was or wasn't Jen Taylor. You guys said it so
Another
fast,
cherry.
I didn't know.
So I guess if you get
Anyway.
one cherry, you get a 1-up, or
If you get a cherry on the if you do get a cherry on the first slot, then yeah, you're always guaranteed an extra life.
And here's my favorite character to play.
so.
as.
How does Peach play, James?
Peach plays almost exactly like Mario, except she has a hover ability, and she can't pick up vegetables worth beans.
She's also slower, a lot slower.
Kind of awkward that they would give the person who picks up vegetables the worst the vegetable pickup power up in Smash.
Weird, huh?
Odd.
You know what though, Seely? You say that. I didn't notice much of a speed difference between Peach or Mario. Like again, she pretty much plays almost exactly the same, minus aside from
Well-
picking up vegetables the slowest and well the hover.
Well, it might have been different in the original, but I mean, right here I don't notice a difference, but in the original it was
Rats.
different.
Yeah, it's hard to
Darn.
really tell where the mushrooms are gonna spawn in this.
It was over a little bit.
Yeah, getting mushrooms in this game is purely a memory game. Like
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, not these things.
Oh no.
Phantosaur.
Ren. Yeah, Phantos suck.
Yes, they do.
Why is he still gold here, though?
I don't know. Well, in all fairness, the advanced port is largely built off of the graphics they made with the All-Star version.
I wonder where the
And-
big guy...
All of the advanced ports are kind of based off of the All Stars versions.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
what?
this and Advanced 4, but
I wonder why the big guys always give you hearts.
well, yeah, because they're full of heart.
They're very hardy.
Ha.
Sorry, I'm humming. I like this rendition.
I know.
That's fine. Anyway, real quick, because I
You know
don't
what? It's actually
I'll let you finish your thought first.
okay. It's actually funny and worth mentioning. Like
Oh, there was a mushroom here you could have gotten.
well, I didn't
Oops.
know that. Again, like getting the mushrooms in this game, unless you is purely luck based until you find it on your playthrough. That's just a matter of memorization.
What is that?
Oh, look, a star man.
The store. Ba, ba, ba.
I see Daisy's color palette.
Just very
Yeah, I
brief.
see
There,
too.
isn't it?
But anyway.
Anyway, what was I trying to say earlier? It's funny thinking about because the Game Boy Advance gets a lot of flack for having a sound chip that's not quite as good as, say, the Super Nintendo or whatever. So some games can end up sounding like absolute crap. I would say Mario Advance is one of those rare exceptions where I think the soundtrack here is a wee bit better than what you'd get out of the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Maybe it's just the instrumentation or whatever, but it's pleasing to the ears.
What does she
What
say?
did she say?
I'll remember
A
this.
crystal.
Remember me.
Whoosh.
Remember me.
Birdo always holds a grudge.
Yeah.
And now for level 3, I shall pick Luigi.
Hello.
Hey.
Yay.
Toad gets no love.
It's always sort of a tradition for me. Whenever I go to the very third level of the game, I always pick Luigi. I don't know why.
Odd.
So yeah, Luigi.
You know, Peach used to be my star player, but then I kind of switched to Luigi.
I personally prefer
Aw.
Peach mainly for the. I don't know. I mainly prefer Peach for the floating ability because, like Greg from The Completionist when he is still on the show said in his Super Mario World episode, Peach's float has saved me so many times.
Because it breaks the game in half.
It really
At
does.
times, well, that was the thing is that, again, to give people the little history lesson they, I guess, need. This game, they like the system of it more than just a normal Mario game because this one they were able to play with verticality.
Oh no!
Yeah, they're...
Wait, what did Luigi say? I didn't hear him.
He says usual Mamma Mia.
But yes, they play with verticality in this game a lot more than they could in the original.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh boy.
Damn it.
That,
I love how the door spawned right as
I
you
heard
died.
Damn it,
But
Luigi.
anyway, I do want to ask real quick. Since I gave a bit of my history of it, does anyone else have any history with Doki Doki Mario, like whether it be this version or just the game
I
in
do.
general?
I
do.
I said this in my Super Mario 3 playthrough. This is one of the games that my mom introduced me to with Super Mario Bros. 3.
For me,
But I couldn't get past World 2. I couldn't get past World 2. And then when I finally discovered this warp that James is about to enter, for
Which I
World 4,
spoiler warnings, I don't show it off. But you can use this pipe to warp to World 4.
Wow.
that's a pipe.
Yay!
Well,
close
it,
enough.
it works like a pipe.
Only in subspace.
To be fair, the reason why they're not pipes and they're jars in this game is because in Doki Doki Planet, in case you guys don't know, is very Arabian themed.
Hence all the desert themes.
It also should be said, this game actually has an original story attached to it as well. It's not your usual Peach is kidnapped by Bowser, go save. This one's a little more psychological than that.
In fact, Bowser isn't even in this game.
And what is that?
Another exclusive to Advance. Basically, it's an item roulette.
It's a pog!
Drop the item and you get what's inside.
Just real quick, I want to finish up talking about my history of Super Mario 2. I was able to, get the hang of Mario 3, but I never got the hang of Super Mario 2, therefore I've never beat it.
Aww.
Super Mario 2 was my second Mario game I ever played, coincidence. But of course the first one I played was
Mario Kart?
No, okay, Mario Kart, I don't count that as an actual Mario game. I'm talking about, legitimate Mario game. That would be...
Oh boy.
There he is. That would be...
Oh.
Done.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I
geez.
mentioned, the third game in the series was my first legitimate game, and that is the advanced version as well. And the
Gotcha.
advanced version of 2
James?
was the second Mario game.
James, I don't know if you know this, but if you throw the key for a bit to take a break, I'll stop chasing you.
Yeah.
Really?
But the key, but I want the key.
The key
Yeah,
is my
if you-
life.
No one can have
If you
it.
put... if you put the key down for a few seconds, he'll stop chasing you until you pick up the
Hey,
key.
how about hey, quick question. Is there object permanence in that if I was to drop the key down there, I could then drop down after and pick it up again?
Yes.
I don't think it was in the original.
Well, if I guess
I
whatever the
think
case.
I think it depends. I think it depends on how far it
I
falls.
guess, but in case of Advance, it does. You can drop it just about anywhere. It's not going to disappear within 3 seconds afterwards.
Oh.
Star.
How many cherries do you need to pick up to get a life?
5.
5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
One
actually
at
know
a
what I'm
time.
talking about.
That's
Come
what I
on.
needed.
And there's the secret orb.
Remix.
Yeah, I'm moving now.
Oh, that's cute. Now I'm moving.
Now for the first
And
so
we
yeah, even
have
though we
the
went
Lego
to-
bricks.
And
Mouser!
Mouser.
Hiya!
Voiced by Charles Martinet.
What did
You
he
just
say?
have some bombs.
Oh. I didn't hear him because everyone was talking over him.
Daddy.
Sorry.
Just throw the bombs back at him.
That's all you
I
got to
never-
do. Hit him
Wait,
3 times with his bombs,
listen
and
when
that's
he-
it.
Listen when he gets hurt. Watch. Wait. It's coming.
I swear I'm not crazy.
Come on.
I did it.
One more shot. Oh.
Ah-cha-cha.
Come on, he's only a mouse.
Are you a man
Careful.
or a mouse?
And down he goes.
Hey!
Oh wow,
Do,
nice.
do, 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 do.
And-
Easy
You
wins.
did right in front of the entrance.
So someone explained what subcon is.
Okay, so I guess a little late into getting this, but the plot of Mario Brothers 2 is this. Mario has a dream one day that he enters Subcon, and well, it was pretty psychedelic and all that shit. But eventually, over a nice picnic he has with his friends, they somehow end up finding Subcon themselves, even though they're not dreaming. And here we are.
Huh.
That's pretty much the abridged version. There's a little more detail to it if you look up the manual or whatever, but
And
we'll get more into that next part.
Hang on. Hang on. It says.
Celia, let's wait till the next part, please.
Okay.
Fine.
Till next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, I'm moving.